as many eyeshadow palettes as I do, this is a great way to cycle and rotate through them. This is Throwing Shade Update 3, Round 4. I am so glad that I discovered the Fantastic Ladies and, of course, discovered this project. It is a great way to kind of get used and cycle through my whole collection of eyeshadow palettes. Everybody, if you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the family. My name is Rose. I'm a girl boss on a budget who loves to save money and project pan. Today's video is my third update on Throwing Shade. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab. The creators of this project are Jessica Lee and Amanda D. Of course, I will have them linked down below for you guys. Definitely want to go check them out, the Fantastic Ladies as a whole over on Facebook. They'll all be linked down below. Just a wonderful group of ladies who have a jillion different kinds of project pans and stuff over on Facebook. There's not really an end date to this, but my start date on this project is 9/25 of 2019 until I have basically cycled through my entire eyeshadow palette collection, which is going to take me a while, picking 3 eyeshadow palettes, using 1 per week each week, making sure to incorporate that 1 eyeshadow palette at least once. You put your palettes into a generator, a wheel of some sort, and you either generate the palette or spin the wheel to pick 3 palettes with 1 per week. And it's just kind of a good way to show your whole collection of eyeshadow palettes some attention and some love. Like I said, as long as you're using the palette at least once a week, then, you know, that's really all that matters. I've struggled with this project this last month just because of the holidays and really trying to hone in on my pan those eyeshadows and pan the way. I will link my project in the cards for you guys. Feel free to go check it out. So it's kind of gotten neglected a little bit, but however, I was able to manage to do at least a couple looks. I will go ahead and show you and talk about last month's palettes that were chosen, and if I did any looks with that palette, I will be sure to insert it so you guys can see. Starting with the first week was chosen last month and of course I will also have last month's update in the cards as well. If you want to see how these palettes got chosen, go check it out. But for the first week, my C Color Cosmetics Sundown palette was chosen. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and it is actually a really nice palette. I think I was able to use this, I want to say maybe once. I have one photo I will insert and show you. It was kind of a more casual, comfortable day, and my hair was down, which is crazy. You don't ever see me with my hair down too often, but the look came out really pretty, and I'm glad that I at least got to use it one time. But this is a really nice palette. Like I said, it's the dupe for Natasha Denona's Sunrise palette. It's a lot of, you know, warm tones and like kind of summery shades. I noticed I have a lot of like berry tones and warm tones for my pan those eyeshadows that I'm working on, so it's been a bit of a challenge. Especially, I didn't really use red as much as I have been today because I'm trying to hit pan on these eyeshadows and get them rolled out and pick new ones. So but it is a really great palette, and I'm glad I got to use it even if it was just once. The second week's palette that was chosen was my ColourPop Dream Street palette. Of course, I think we are all pretty much familiar with this palette. This is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop collaboration. I think it was one of her first ones with ColourPop. Really pretty palette. And again with this, I was only able to create one look. As you can see, it is a really beautiful palette, and the look that I created came out really gorgeous. I really do enjoy this palette and have gotten a lot of use out of it in the past. But like I said, with the holidays and my month, this past month has just been crazy. I'm really hoping 2020 is kinder to me. So we shall see. But I did use it at least one once, and it is a great palette. I will go ahead and give you a couple swatches of some of the shimmer shades. There are a lot of repeat shades. That's the only thing that I'm kind of like about is these 3 shades right here are very repetitive and very similar. I will go ahead and just give you a couple swatches of it. As you can see, these two especially, but you know, this one's a little bit darker, but they are very like repeat kind of shades, especially putting 3 in a smaller 12 pan palette like that. It was like, I wish there was just a little bit more color range. But also, let me give you a couple swatches of the Sundown palette by Color Cosmetics. I will swatch the white one here. Let me swatch this really warm copper shade, and let me swatch this really orangey shade right here. And see, Color Cosmetics is a very affordable brand. They are known for making killer dupes for more higher end palettes and products in general. So as you can see, the pigmentation and the swatches on those are very even, and it is a really beautiful palette. It's just more like summertime type of palette, but I will be glad to use it and get some more use out of it come summertime. And then my third week, the palette that was chosen for the third week was my BH Cosmetics Color Festival palette. This is a very bright and beautiful, colorful palette, and those who know me and have been following me know I love my colorful looks. But I hate to say it, I wasn't able to do, but I think one kind of mild toned look with this palette. I didn't use much color, especially the last week up until Christmas. It just got real crazy for me, you guys. I've had some family issues going on and stuff. I didn't get to play with this one as much as I would have liked to, but I did create one look. Great palette, and I did get a lot of use out of this in the summer, and that's the problem when you own large numbers like I do, and trying to so many of them get neglected, you guys. So I have finally started to declutter, and I'm going to try to get a little more braver when it comes to decluttering stuff that I just know will no longer serve a purpose in my collection anymore. It's just hard for me to let go, and knowing that if I just have to throw something away, I would rather do like giveaways I used to do in my beauty group. I would do giveaways for lightly used stuff. I guess I can always do Poshmark as well, because you can sell lightly used stuff on there, I believe. So I'm going to try to get a little more better about decluttering and just getting rid of stuff that I know I will no longer use, especially now that I'm on a 2-year no buy. I want to downsize a lot in the 2 years and see how well I can really do with it. Let me give you a couple swatches. I'll swatch this really beautiful green shimmer shade, this pink shade called Candy, and let me do the blue. As you can see, it is a really gorgeous palette. I already removed my other swatches to make room. And just look at how pretty. It is so gorgeous. BH Cosmetics has a great formula. Their pigmentation on their shimmers is so soft and creamy and just even yummy goodness. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. So it's really a shame that I didn't get to use it too much, but I mean, at least I made my best attempt and I used it and I incorporated it with another palette. But it is a really great palette. BH Cosmetics is of course affordable. You can't beat it. Okay, so with that being said, I showed you guys the last 3 palettes that were chosen. You know how I do it over here is now we will go ahead and pick 3 more palettes for the next month of cycle on this. Granted, this isn't the 25th, which was Christmas, my actual monthly cycle on this project, but I'm not going to be so hard on myself if I can't get my updates in time, like on the deadline, monthly cycles like that, just because my schedule is really hectic. You guys know, and you guys are so supportive, and I just love you guys and appreciate you so much, and understanding and knowing that it's okay if my updates don't go up on time. You guys know that they will go up eventually, so I really appreciate everybody's support and patience and understanding with that. Let me go ahead and pull up my wheel from Wheel Decide, which is where I've been entering and doing my picking my palettes for throwing shade is in this app. I also use Tiny Decisions. I finally was able to get that fixed and cleared up and entering more than 100 entries in it. I like to kind of just pick it with you guys. I can also insert footage and stuff as well, but we will pick it together. So let's go ahead and start, and we will pick for week number 1. What's it gonna be? Ciate London's Glitter Storm. We will select all 3 palettes, and then once I select them, then I will go get the palettes and come back and show you guys. So let's go ahead and pick for week number 2. Pinky Rose Center Stage. That's a good one. And then the last week for week number 3 will be LA Girl Haute Heat. And it doesn't say which one because I don't know why I didn't break it down. But let me just look real quick to see, because I'm pretty sure I put Everyday Vacay, which is the other second edition of the LA Girl palettes, in as Everyday Vacay in here. And I think I put the Aloha Vibes one in as just Haute Heat. Which, yes, I have Everyday Vacay, so the other one that it just picked, the Haute Heat, is the actual Aloha Vibes one, which I apologize for any confusion. Those are all really good choices. I'm very excited. Let me go get the palettes, and I'll come back and show you guys the palettes. Okay, I'm back. So starting with the first week, which it chose was the Ciate London Glitter Storm palette, which, you guys, can we just take a minute to look at how fun that screen, that case is? It is so freaking stunning and so aesthetically pleasing to look at. The case of it. It is really, and actually a really pretty palette, and there are 3 glitter shades on the top, which are absolutely really stunning. But these are, you know, it's a pretty typical neutral, of course, kind of a berry toned shade palette, which Lord knows I don't need any more of those, but hey, that's the chances I'm willing to take in doing these roulette style projects, which I can't help it. Those are definitely my favorite type of projects. So let me go ahead and I will swatch those 3 glitter shades for you guys. They are to die for. So as you can see, look at how pretty. I tried to do a swatch, but it didn't come out that great. So let me try it again. And it's really hard to do swatches when I'm trying to swatch all 3 at the same time. But look at how freaking stunning that is. They're so pretty. I'm actually glad that it chose it because I haven't used this palette but only a couple times, and I don't want them shades to kind of dry up. I got 2 swatches mixed together. It's a mess, but it is still stunning, and I'm really glad it chose it. So for the first week of my cycle on this, which will start as soon as this video goes up, it will start my monthly cycle, and that will be the palette chosen for my first week on the project. I just love the case of it. I could sit there and stare at that all day long. So beautiful. And then for the second week of my monthly cycle, it chose the Pinky Rose Center Stage palette, which is absolutely beautiful, super rich type fall palette. As you can see, look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. Oh, I'm so glad. It has really beautiful pressed glitter shade here, and another one here, Scandal and Infamy, and this is a really gorgeous palette, you guys. Let me see if I can swatch a couple. So I will swatch Glam. Let me swatch Basic, which is far from basic. And let me see if I can't pick up one of those glitter shades. I doubt it because it is a pressed glitter, even though I got a good amount on my hands. Glam is a shimmer metallic shade, and let's see how I can do this. I keep wanting to do 3 at one time, and it's not coming out the way I want. But it is a really, really beautiful palette. Pinky Rose is absolutely gorgeous, and they are relatively affordable. You can pick up these palettes for, I want to say, 24 bucks. I own this one, and I own the Bright Lights one, which is actually one of my Pan Those Eyeshadows palettes, and I've been trying to pan this bright blue eyeshadow. It's been a challenge, even for me, for somebody who loves color. But as you can see, the swatches are really beautiful, and this will be the palette for my second week on this project. And then for the third week, it chose the LA Girl Hot Hot Heat, which is the Aloha Vibes version. I have the Everyday Vacay, and I own this one. It was a 2-series collection they came out with, and you guys, to me, I really enjoy this formula. These freaking metallic shades in here are so creamy and so good, and they blend just beautifully on the eye. And I want to say it was only 18 bucks per palette, and it is just sickening, you guys. Let me give you guys a swatch of Aloha, or Wowie, I can't pronounce it. Let me just give you guys a couple swatches of these two right here. They are sickening. So I'm running out of room here. Let's go ahead and see if I can't swatch them right here. And you guys, it's just so freaking pretty. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that it chose this palette. It'll give me a chance to kind of break away from my Pan Those eyeshadows and get to play with other palettes. I just got to be better about doing so. So there are all of some of the swatches of all 3 palettes that were chosen. Quite an interesting selection, but I'm still very excited. And then, of course, for the 4th week on my monthly cycle for this project, you then try to incorporate all 3 palettes, creating a look with, or however many looks you can create, just as long as you try to incorporate all 3 palettes in on the 4th week, kind of like the free-for-all week. So here are my 3 choices. For the first week, it was the Ciate London Glitter Storm. For the second week, it is Center Stage by Pinky Rose. And for the third week, it was the LA Girl Hot Hot Heat Aloha Vibes palette, which I'm very excited for this month's selection. Actually, hopefully I can be a little better about using these palettes this month, and hopefully in general, 2020 will be better to me. I think that is everything, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until my next video, you guys, everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Bye.